So here are some prehab and rehab exercises for hip replacement, but also some very good general exercises to strengthen the hip, low impact ones. So we're starting with a banded glute bridge. This is where you pop a band, a pair of tights, a pair of socks around your knees, and you are going to lie down on the floor, push the soles of your feet into the ground, tuck your pelvis and lift up your hips. You're holding that position and then push your knees out to get your hips a little bit higher when you can. Our next one would be a side bridge. So onto our forearm, then you are going to lift up your hips and you want to squeeze all this area here. Make sure you're not rotated, you're staying nice and flat. If that's too challenging at the moment, put your knee down, but keep that hip off the floor. Put a mat underneath your forearm if you need it. Single leg lifts in, so you're sitting up. You are going to focus on one leg at a time and lifting it as high as you can, contracting your quad and doing that. Try to avoid using your torso while moving that, so lift up that leg. And we'll do every second side. A more advanced version of that then would be lifting two at once without, again, moving your torso. To make it a little bit easier, you can lean back a bit on that one. Okay, then we're on to some standing things. We are going to do kickouts. So you can use that band again around your ankles or your knees if you want, or do it body weight. You're holding on to something, put your hand on your hip, turn your toe out a little bit and kick that leg out to the side as far as you can. Leg extensions, using a seat. You're going to sit down on a seat and you're then going to a little assistant. So you're going to push your foot into a wall or if you had a Swiss ball, like a football actually would be very good for this. Pushing your foot into the wall. Actually hard to see this. So pushing so that your leg is into either the wall or that football. So you're feeling a little bit of work here. Holding that for a few seconds and relax. Best to do this one at a time, but you can do it two at a time as well. Try not to be leaning back too much. You want to be sitting into the chair so that it's all your quads and maybe tip anterior at the front of your leg doing the work. Step up spin. We want to get a really low step to start. Step at the stairs or maybe some books or something. Then you are going to step onto it. So your knee isn't coming above your hip right now. Stepping on and then keeping that leg on the step or the box for all of the reps. If you need to, you can hold on to something for this. Do all the reps in one and then you switch to the other side. Making that harder as you go along by going higher with the step. Single leg RDLs. So that is where you're holding on to something. You are going to stand on one leg, slightly bend that knee and then hinge. So that is sending your hip back while your back is flat. It's good to see this one from the side, really, you get a better idea. So weight is on your midfoot, slight bend in the knee, and then your main focus is that this hip, the standing hip, is pushing backwards while the other leg gets out of the way. Holding on to something makes this much easier. I would advise in the next step would be to stay holding on to something but hold the weight on the side where the leg is off the floor, something like this. Main thing to avoid in this is to sending the knee forward too much. When you do that, you start to use your quad, and we're really trying to use the muscles at the back of our body, hamstrings, glutes, all that. Single leg squats, this is probably the most advanced one that we're doing. So not necessary to start with this one. We are going to find a seat, a nice high one, standing on one foot, sitting down, and then pushing off that leg to stand up. Start super high with that and then reduce height.